Diamond merchant Mehul Choksi arrested by the Belgian authorities on the request of Indian agencies. Choksi owned Geetanjali Gems, one of the most high-profile jewelers at a time. I'm talking celebrities, the richest business honchos, and at its peak, Geetanjali Gems had about 4,000 retail outlets, enjoying a market share of about 50% of country's organized jewelry market. The arrest comes finally after years of work by the Indian investigators to nab this man who looted trusted customers, looted the Punjab National Bank and therefore India of 13,000 crore rupees at least. How did he pull this off? Choksi obtained letters of undertaking and foreign letters of credit from the Punjab National Bank and by sadly colluding with the bank employees. These letters were then used to obtain massive loans from foreign banks, and eventually all of that money was used for money laundering, according to the investigators. But when the ED started to seize assets and jewelry to attach and recover some of the money to the bank, they shockingly realized that it wasn't just the fraud of the bank, but the diamond jewelry that he had been selling, allegedly worth crore of rupees, was in fact either fake or overvalued to the customers. That means that this biggest fraud was not just to the bank, but to his trusted customers too. It all started in January 2018. Choksi escapes India right before the scam emerged in public domain, right before the FIR was to be filed against him, which could have led to an arrest. Interestingly, he had already applied for citizenship of Antigua in 2017, a year before the scam emerged. He was clearly anticipating consequences, so he first fled to the United States of America, citing medical reasons in 2018, and then eventually settling in Antigua. Listen in how Choksi reacted when the allegations went far and wide across the country in 2018.
On around 29th of January, PNB complained that they detected a fraud in their branch. One of the alleged person was myself. They started raiding our company because of the misinformation by PNB Bank. The agency started raiding my company. All my employees, everybody left the company because there was a terror. And above, more and above, there was, we realized that we wouldn't be able to pay the salaries because bank accounts are frozen.
Since 2019, Choksi has been presenting medical reports one after another to suggest he's grievously ill, including suffering from leukemia, and therefore he cannot travel to India for any reason. But though he has been traveling to other countries for the same reason, so then India came forth to offer an air ambulance travel to India for Choksi, and then the trial can also simultaneously resume and continue. This is where he refused and at one point even took the medical reports back. By 2021, Mehul Choksi tried to flee from Antigua to Cuba. As he passed through Dominica, he was detained for illegal entry. India's Central Bureau of Investigation team rushed to Dominica to seek Choksi's custody. They thought this is their moment. They tried best to get him extradited, but Choksi's lawyer said to the Dominican court that his client needs to return to Antigua for medical treatment. But see how the Indian authorities were consistently attempting to try and get this man back into India. The fugitive merchant contested the case, vehemently claiming that he was abducted from Antigua and Barbuda and taken to Dominica against his will. He threw charges at the Indian agents over this, calling it kidnapping and more.
I'm back home, but this torture has left permanent scars on my psychology and physically, rather permanent scars on my soul.
He was lodged in the jail though for 15 days, after which the British Queen's Privy Council gave Choksi relief and his possible extradition to India was stopped. This was one point which was seen as a setback for India. And this is where it gets interesting. One would think that the world has moved on and forgotten all about Mehul Choksi. Only the investigators for the last 3 years had been consistently tracking every move made by Mehul Choksi. Soon they did discover that he's now come to Belgium, again possible for the medical treatment. India immediately starts to transfer information, intelligence, every piece of evidence they have with the Belgian authorities. After Tahawwur Rana's extradition, Expectations have increased for Choksi too. India wants these criminals back to India to be brought and then be tried. But why do we hope from Belgium? It's because India and Belgium, you should know, have an extradition treaty. A treaty on mutual extradition of fugitive criminals that dates back to, in fact, 1901, when the former was under British rule. This has gone through several amendments, though, over the past few decades. And now the two countries have signed the Mutual Legal Assistance Treaty in 2020 for better cooperation on fugitives. So after confirming his presence and reviewing intelligence, Belgian authorities arrested Mehul Choksi based on two open-ended arrest warrants issued by a Mumbai court in 2018 and 2021. This was just in time because the forever smart fugitive diamond merchant was about to flee to Switzerland to evade arrest. The fact is, this arrest can be seen as a victory to the Indian investigators, but it is only the first step because extradition can be a long judicial process. It can take months or even years and is bound by treaty conditions. Therefore, India will also be exploring the option of deportation of Mehul Choksi. Choksi is getting his lawyers ready, and so is India. We will see who wins in this because those he has betrayed want an answer, want a closure, want justice. Thank you for watching.